Welcome guys to the Crazy Hands Knitting channel. In this video tutorial again I want to demonstrate you how to knit Dickey. That's not the first Dickey on my channel. Please check other Dickeys or neck warmers. Even though this Dickey looks complicated, it's perfect for beginners. Here you will learn how to knit this fluffy and marshmallow ribbon, as well as how to make a elastic bind off. For the project you will need 5 mm knitting needles. I'm using 2 pairs. The longer one I'm going to use for the bottom part. You may also use straight needles. And for the neck, the same 5 mm knitting needles, but I'm using 4 mm length, the same what I'm usually using for the hat. And regarding the yarn, I'm using here vintage yarn. I like it. It's soft. It's super yarn. It says 4PLY and knitting worsted type. For this Dickey you may use any type of yarn, any weight, even bulky. While I'm knitting, I will show you all measurements and you will not make it bigger or smaller. This Dickey is done for the head circumference 56-57 centimeters, and it's clear that it will fit smaller size. Using long tail cast on method and 5 mm knitting needles, cast on 3 stitches, so 2, 3, turn, row number 1, slip the first stitch, knit next stitch, and purl the last one. Turn, row number 2, and in row number 2 and all other rows we will add 1 stitch at the beginning, and we will do it in this way. So holding working yarn in back this way, place your right hand needle on the top and turn to form a loop or stitch. So let's do it again. So you hold it, the working yarn in back this way, place it on top and turn. In this way we added 1 stitch. Now next stitch is a knit stitch. We will knit in ribbon, knit 1, then next stitch, purl stitch, and the last stitch after the purl it will be knit. So knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, turn. Row number 3, again we add 1 stitch. So you see now the working yarn is in front. You take it, bring it in back again, place your needle and turn it. Now next stitch is a purl stitch. You purl it. When you see knit stitch, you knit it below, so knit 1 below. And now next stitch, purl stitch, we just purl it, and the last stitch is knit, and we knit it. Turn, again add 1 stitch at the beginning, turn. So you see a purl stitch, so we purl it, purl 1, then next knit stitch we knit 1 below. Always when we see knit stitch we do it, then purl 1 and then knit 1 below and purl the last stitch. In this case the last stitch is a purl stitch, not a knit stitch. Just alternate. Turn again, add one stitch at the beginning. So the first stitch, when you see the knit stitch at the beginning, you may need it as knit one below. I will not do it. It will not make a really big difference, so you can try and decide on your own. So when the next stitch after the added stitch will be a knit stitch, you just knit it, just in this case. Now purl all other knit stitches we knit as knit one below. Now purl one, again knit stitch, knit as knit one below, and the last stitch is a purl stitch, purl one. Now turn and row number 6, add one stitch, and you see again knit stitch, so I will just knit it, or you can knit one below, you decide. So knit one, purl one, now knit one below, purl one, knit one below, purl one, and the last stitch just a knit stitch. Turn row number 7, add one stitch. Now you see purl stitch, purl one, knit one below, purl one, knit one below, purl one, knit one below, purl one, and the last stitch just knit one. Turn row number 8, add one stitch. You see purl stitch, the first stitch, so purl one, now knit one below, purl one, knit one below, purl one, knit one below, purl one, knit one below, and the last stitch just a purl one. Great. Turn row number 9, add one stitch. Now you see a knit stitch, so just knit it, then purl one, then knit one below, purl one, knit one below, purl one, knit one below, purl one, knit one below, and purl the last stitch. Turn row number 10, again add one stitch, and the first stitch is a knit stitch again, so knit one, purl one, knit one below, 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 purl one, and the last one knit. And that's what we got already. Let's knit again one more row, add one stitch. The next stitch is a purl stitch, so purl one, knit one below, purl one, knit one below, purl one, knit one below, purl 1, knit 1 below, purl 1, knit 1 below, purl 1, and knit the very last stitch. Add one more stitch and let's do one more row, the last one. Purl 1, knit 1 below, 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 and the last purl stitch. So that's it, guys, and this way you go on knitting and repeating what we did before, adding always one stitch at the beginning, and if you see the knit stitch is the first stitch, you just knit it as I did, and all other knit stitches knit as knit 1 below. Go on making increases until you have 63 stitches or any other odd number, and then I will measure and show you the measurements. Here I am, that's what I've got, one side and another side. I have now 63 stitches. Let's measure length first of all. So it is 22 centimeters, and the width, so for the head circumference, like 56 centimeters like mine, minus about 4 centimeters, so about 52 will be enough, their width, if you are looking. So how, so 51 is okay also. It's super stretchy, so no worries. You see, now we are going to join and knit in rounds. For this I'm going to change needles for their not smaller size but for the 40 centimeters length circular needles. And why do we need odd number always? Because we are going now to use this one stitch to join in round. So slip first stitch to the right hand needle and pick up the last stitch and slip over the first one and return first stitch to the left hand needle. Take shorter, you don't need to place marker now, shorter knitting needles and start knitting. So the first stitch is a purl stitch because you see the next one is knit one, so we start with purl stitch. We are going to knit just simple ribbon, so purl 1 and knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, simple ribbon, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Please go on and finish this round till the end. So remove longer knitting needles and now go on, place stitch marker, don't forget, and go on knitting in ribbon. So we start with purl stitch, you remember, knit 1, purl 1, after that knit 1, purl 1. Now we are knitting a neck part. If you want to fold it, make it longer, so here it is. Go on knitting ribbon until the neck part reaches 16 centimeters. And here I am, let's measure. Yes, exactly 16 or a little bit more than 6 inches. So that's how it looks, the back part. And now we're going to bind off all stitches. So we have the first stitch is a purl stitch, we purl it, purl 1, then make a yarn over, then knit next stitch, then pick up a yarn over and slip it over knit stitch, and then pick up purl stitch and slip it again the same knit stitch. So we're going to use an elastic bind off method. Again, make a yarn over, the next stitch is a purl stitch, purl it, pick up yarn over and slip it over, then pick up the first stitch and slip it over the same stitch. Again, yarn over, the next stitch is a knit stitch. Now yarn over, pass over, and the first stitch also pass over. Again, yarn over, next stitch is a purl stitch, purl it, then yarn over and the first stitch, pass over. Really easy and super elastic bind off method. Purl, slip over, and that's how elastic the edge is. Please go until the end. At the end, cut the yarn and let's join first and the last stitch. For this I'm going to use a yarn needle, thread the tail, and just pull the needle underneath here, first stitch underneath both loops, and now into the center of the last stitch. We still have tiny hole, so just stitch it like this. Bring the working yarn to the right side because when we are going to fold neck, the wrong side will be on the right side, so let's weave in end on the right side. In this way. And pull through. Here it is. All one by one. Perfect. Cut the yarn. And we are done. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial with me. I hope you've really enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video. The written instruction you can find on my blog. And if you're looking for more cowl tutorials, you can find a lot on my YouTube channel. Please check. That's it. I wish you all a good day and see you soon in my next video tutorials. Bye.